Hi, welcome back to the Leadership Lane YouTube channel. I'm so glad you've come back. Well, let's talk a little bit about the very fundamentals of leadership. And I know that may sound very basic and boring, but we have to talk about why is it so important and what is it that leaders do? What do they do? Well, they do a lot of different things. But the number one, bottom line, very basic thing that leaders have to have in order to be a leader, they have to have followers. If you don't have followers, you're not a leader. Bingo. That's it. So the question is, how do you get followers? And how you get followers is extremely important. You either get them one of two ways. You get them because they have to follow you. So that's kind of like being coerced. Like you get a job being now their leader, their manager, their supervisor, whatever. And so they have to follow you in an organization unless they decide to leave the organization. Or, and this is the better option, they choose to follow you. And that is what you want always. You want people to choose to follow you. Because if they don't follow you or they don't like following you, you absolutely are not in the position of leading people, especially through times of trouble. So, how do you get people to voluntarily follow you? I want to share with you the best leadership quote I have ever heard. And I have done a ton of reading and studying on leadership. But the best quote I ever read was by Dwight Eisenhower, was a military general. And I'm not really into the military, but let me tell you, his definition was spot on. And I may paraphrase it a little bit, and you can look it up to get the verbatim. But basically, what he said is leadership is the art, and it is an art because you do it with finesse. And when you get to be really good, you have that art down, like a great artist, right? So leadership is the art of getting people, men or women, he said men, but I say men or women, to do what you need to have done, right? In an organization, in a country, in a family, in a community, anywhere. So it is the art of getting men and women to do what you need to have done. And here's the key, and they want to do it. And he had it spot on, and they want to do it. So let me ask you, how do you get people to do what you need to have done as a leader? Think about it. Because that is probably one of the most important questions anyone can ask you. How do you do that? How are you specifically doing that? And that's a very good question while you're developing your leadership skills and abilities. Never forget that question because if you're doing it through fear or coercion, you're not doing the best you can do. And you won't have people follow you either willingly or very long, period. And if you're the leader in an organization, you don't want people turning over because that costs your organization a lot of time and money. And you don't want people coming to work angry, disgruntled, with low morale. And I have seen it in organizations sabotage you or the organization. You don't want any of that. So let's think about leadership. How are you getting people to follow you willingly? Food for thought. Thanks for stopping in. I'll see you again soon.